So, hello students, I am Vedant, faculty at Teachwell, and today we are going to discuss some of the most important topics of your chapter, Variation in Psychological Attributes of Class 12. These topics are going to help you further as well if you are preparing for any competitive exams. Also, let us get started. Okay, so we will be covering introduction to the topic, what psychological attributes are, also discuss in detail of various psychological attributes. Besides that, we are also going to discuss how we can assess those psychological attributes. What all topics are there are given on the slides. You can also take the screenshots if like it's comfortable to you. Let us move forward. So, studying firstly what individual differences are. जब हम बात करते हैं साइकोलॉजिकल एट्रीब्यूट्स की, तो एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टर्म है जो बुक में दिया गया है, जिसको समझना बहुत जरूरी है, जो कि इंडिविजुअल डिफरेंसेस. We as individuals are different in nature, right? You or maybe your friend is very different from you. We are different in personalities and other aspects of psychological attributes. तो सबसे पहले समझना जरूरी है कि what individual differences are. Going on the definition, individual differences refer to the distinctiveness, variations among people's characteristics and behavior patterns. Distinctiveness means कि मतलब differences हैं आप लोगों में, आप लोगों की characteristics, behavior patterns में, और variations है, वो vary करेगा from one person to another. Let us move further. अब the behavior, how we behave, depends upon two factors, or is influenced majorly by two factors. Going on those two factors, firstly there are the personal traits जो personally हम inherit कर रहे हैं हमारे parents से, और maybe we have developed it जैसे जैसे हमने grow किया है, right? Also these personal traits are different traits that can exist in varying degrees in an individual. Varying degrees पे हो सकता है एक person में वो चीजें ज्यादा हो, या वो extremities पे हो, या कोई person ऐसा हो जो low पे है उन traits में. तो ये personally हमारे अंदर होते ही हैं and we carry them, and this definitely influences our behavior. Secondly, कुछ ऐसी चीजें होती हैं जो हम gather करते हैं अपनी environment से, ठीक है, हम इसको बोलते हैं situationism. जो भी situation या जिस भी situation में हम होते हैं, जिस भी situation में हम placed होते हैं, उसके accordingly हम behave करते हैं. इसको हम situationism बोलते हैं. और going on the correct definition, that is which states that the situation and circumstances, दो keywords हैं यहाँ पर, situation and circumstances, in which one is placed influences one's behavior. ठीक है, I hope this is clear to you. Moving further, now बता दिया कि बहुत ज्यादा हमारे अंदर वेरिएशंस होती है, साइकोलॉजिकल एट्रीब्यूट्स होते हैं, बट इनको असेस करना भी बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है, as in to know more about a particular individual. So assessment is the first step of understanding psychological attribute. This is very important, mostly asked in the exams, that what is the first step of like when we understand psychological attributes. It is assessment. And going on the correct definition of what assessment is. So basically assessment refers to the measurement of psychological attributes of individual and their evaluations. तो दो चीजें हैं यहाँ पर, दो चीजें हमारे दो कीवर्ड्स हैं जो यहाँ पर दे रखे हैं. One is measurement and the other keyword is, एक बार measure आपने कर लिया, you have collected the data which you needed. The other important keyword becomes evaluation. You need to measure those or collect the data which is related to all the psychological attributes and then evaluate those in order to assess कि हम assessment कर रहे हैं, assessment हो रही है. Based on this, then there are inferences, results, or whatever is there. Let us move further. Now, assessment can be of two types. It can be formal and it can be informal. अब assessment का बहुत ही ज़्यादा simple और easy example ये है, जब हम क्लास में बैठे होते हैं and there is some new student that has like वो हमारी क्लास में आया है और you are discussing with your friend that he is so very shy, he is not like interacting much with us, ऐसे करके हम assess करते हैं. That is very informal. जब हम inferences निकालते हैं based on seeing somebody कि हम ऐसे देखा, maybe वो person shy ना हो, maybe उसको अभी कुछ nervousness हो रही हो that he is into a new class or a new school, that's why he is not reacting to whatever is given to him. Situationism में his reaction is not that what you expect it to be. ठीक है, तो हमने inference निकाली based on the very first perspective कि the person is shy in nature, but that's not the case. This is informal assessment. On the other hand, formal assessment is objective, standardized and organized in nature. ठीक है, इसमें प्रॉपर्ली अपने टेस्ट कंडक्ट करते हैं और जो असेसमेंट में मैंने बताया मेजरमेंट इवैल्यूएशन, इट इज प्रॉपर और आंसर्स जो आते हैं वो ऑब्जेक्टिव होते हैं, यानी कि उसमें कोई सब्जेक्टिविटी नहीं होती कि इफ आई एम सीइंग अ पर्टिकुलर इंडिविजुअल थ्रू साइकोलॉजिकल पर्सपेक्टिव और साइकोलॉजिकल लेंस, द आंसर वुड बी सेम एज द अदर साइकोलॉजिस्ट वुड डू. ठीक है, और इनफॉर्मल की भी एक बार करेक्ट डेफिनेशन फटाफट से देख लेते हैं. वो क्या है? इनफॉर्मल असेसमेंट वेरीज फ्रॉम केस टू केस एंड फ्रॉम वन असेसर टू अनदर, therefore is open to subjective interpretations. कि अगर मैंने इन्फर किया है या मैंने कोई रिजल्ट निकाला है किसी को देख के about a particular psychological attitude, that can be different from yours. Moving further, now assessment of psychological attributes को थोड़ा डिटेल में स्टडी करते हुए, साइकोलॉजिस्ट जो होते हैं, जो बेसिकली इन्वॉल्व होते हैं इन चीजों में, they are trained as in trained particularly for formal assessments. That these assessments are formal in nature. Formal जब हमने पढ़ा था तो क्या था हमारा? Organized results हैं, standardized results हैं, also the results are objective in nature. So I hope ये जो O स्क्वायर S का फॉर्मूला एक तरह से हमने बना लिया वो आपको क्लियर हो. और साइकोलॉजिकल एट्रीब्यूट्स, द एट्रीब्यूट्स चोजन फॉर असेसमेंट डिपेंड्स अपॉन आवर पर्पस, कि हमारा पर्पस क्या है इन ऑर्डर टू डील विद, कि हम क्या चीज असेस करना चाह रहे हैं, किस चीज की मेजरमेंट हम कर रहे हैं, दैट द साइकोलॉजिस्ट इज अवेयर ऑफ. Psychological assessments uses systematic testing. जो टेस्टिंग होती है, it is systematic in nature. Definite procedures set होते हैं, maybe through questionnaires or something that is important. ठीक है, procedures to evaluate the abilities, behaviors and the personal qualities of the individuals. फिर से तीन चीजें जो psychological assessment से related questions में पूछी जा सकती हैं कि abilities, behaviors and personal qualities. फिर से इसका कोई हम एक mnemonic बना लेते हैं, that is B A and P. ये mnemonic यहाँ पे बन गया. कैसे? Behaviors, abilities and personal qualities. So this is the mnemonic for this question. Let us move further. Now psychological attributes in particular बहुत ज़्यादा complex in nature होते हैं, right? Complex as in कि ये कोई ऐसा phenomena नहीं है जिसको मैंने देखा और बोल दिया ऐसा हो रहा है. If I'm looking at the weather outside, today it is very cold if I say, ठीक है, complex नहीं है, simply मुझे पता चल रहा है cold है, मेरे लिए cold है, then it would be cold for you as well. But psychological attributes are complex in nature. उनकी जो nature होती है वो बहुत complex होती है, उनको ऐसे ही judgment या कोई भी ऐसी basic inferences के ऊपर we cannot take it, right? Moving further, psychological attributes are usually multi-dimensional. इनकी जो dimension होती है वो multi, as in की बहुत ज़्यादा varied dimensions में ये चीजें जाती हैं. If you want to have a complete assessment of a person, you will need to assess how he or she functions in various domains or areas, such as cognitive, emotional, and social. If I am testing a person's intelligence for, say, it is an attribute, then I cannot be judging one based on his or her marks only. It would depend upon the emotional, cognitive, so that is related to marks, but also the social areas. How is he or she socially intelligent? Or how is he or she emotionally intelligent? I cannot declare if a person is scoring 100 on 100 in a particular subject. If his or her score is 10%, I cannot say that this person is very intelligent. On the other hand, if a person is scoring 33 or maybe is just passing, I cannot say that he or she is not intelligent. Just the fields are different. Maybe one is good at not saying good at, maybe one is cognitively intelligent and the other may be socially or emotionally intelligent. Moving further, we'll be studying various attributes that are important for your examination. ये 5 attributes are given in your book also and are very important. इनको डिटेल में स्टडी करेंगे with examples. Those attributes are intelligence सबसे पहले, which I am discussing about. इस chapter में intelligence is being emphasized a lot, right? उसके बाद aptitude is important, also interest, personality and values and so on we'll be studying. सबसे पहले let us come to the first or the most like majorly important, that is intelligence as an attribute. Okay, intelligence. Intelligence is the global capacity. Global capacity है वो to understand the world, think rationally, and use available resources effectively when faced with challenges. This definition is very important when it comes to objective questions. इसमें वो बता रहे हैं कि अगर intelligence, basically intelligence is a global capacity. It is holistic in nature, right? Global capacity है to understand the world, कि कैसे हम understand कर रहे हैं जो भी चीजें हमारे around चल रही हैं. फिर अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो कैसे उसमें हम रैशनली थिंक कर रहे हैं. हमेशा हम ऐसा नहीं सोच रहे कि अच्छा मेरा मन नहीं कर रहा या वी आर नॉट लाइकिंग इट सो वी आर नॉट डूइंग इट. इट शुड बी रैशनल इन नेचर, रैशनल इनफ टू यूज द अवेलेबल रिसोर्सेज जो भी हम उस टाइम पे कर सकते हैं टू फेस द चैलेंजेस व्हिच आर अराउंड अस. गिविंग यू एन एग्जांपल, supposingly you are going to give your board examination. आज today is the day you are going to give your board examination. Suddenly what happens is when you were going to your center, आपकी जो कार का या the vehicle you were going through, उसका जो टायर है that punctures, right? अब if you are intelligent enough, what you would do is take a public transport and suddenly rush and go to the center. But if a person is like if a person is not thinking rationally in that particular situation or not using those particular available resources perfectly or correctly, then he or she might panic and not be able to reach on time. But there was an alternative for you to take the public transport. You can take it and reach to your center. So this is something as an example you can take it here. Intelligence tests provide a global measurement. Global measurement होती है of a person's general cognitive competence, including ability to profit from schooling. ठीक है, जब basically initial levels पे schooling इसलिए involved होती है और we judge upon generalized हमारे जो views होते हैं that is around marks only, क्योंकि schooling से your intelligence is initially tested, क्योंकि शुरू के many years you are into schooling and then it like builds how you react to the situations in further in your life, right? Moving further, generally students having low intelligence are not likely to do so well in school-related examinations, but their success in life is not associated only with their intelligence test scores, right? अगर मैं बोलूं that if a person is not doing good at school, it doesn't mean that he or she will not excel in life. Although first stage, तो judgment first stage से definitely आती है when you are scoring good. It like people say that you are intelligent, right? ठीक है, but definitely ऐसा नहीं है. There must be your classmate. अगर if now you guys are working or something that like that is there, he or she must excel or might excel in certain like areas. Supposingly giving an example, one of my friend was not good at studies, but currently he sings very well, right? So he is doing good in that particular field. So it doesn't matter how your marks are, it is not centered towards marks, but yes, marks are one of the factors which initially decide whether you are intelligent or not. Moving further, the other attribute, psychological attribute which is important is your aptitude, right? You must have heard about this word many times when you were studying in classes or preparing for any entrance exam, you are tested on your aptitude. So aptitude refers to an individual's underlying potential for acquiring skills. Do you have any potential also to acquire skills? If you are applying for a college or certain university, right, you need to give that aptitude test. ऐसा क्यों? Because they test you that do you have the potential to learn? It depends, right? If you don't have the potential, then why would they take you in their institution? That's the question, right? Aptitude tests are used to predict that an individual will be able to do if given proper environment and training. That अगर आपको proper environment और training दी जाएगी, then would you be able to learn? That is being tested on those aptitude tests. A person with high mechanical aptitude can profit from appropriate training and can do well as an engineer. If one is good at mechanical aptitude, then he or she would definitely become an engineer, right? Similarly, if a person is having high language aptitude, can be trained to be a good writer. So in any field you can like excel if your aptitude is there, right? Definitely, like moving forward. Now we have interest. The another psychological attribute which is important is interest. Now, interest is an individual's preference. It is your preference. It is based on your preference for engaging. कि हमें इस activity में उतना time devote करना है या नहीं. ठीक है? Engaging in one or more specific activities relative to others. कि if, like taking that example again of my friend, like I listen to music but I cannot sing because it is not of my interest. I love to read books. Then definitely those books are my interest, or that particular subject is my interest. If one's potential lies in understanding or interest lies in music, then he or she would love to sing. Assessment of interest of students may help to decide what subjects or courses they can pursue comfortably with pleasure. अब जो career counselors होते हैं, what do? They check upon your interest. They check where your interest lies and they give you the correct guidance for going further in a particular field. Definitely. ठीक है? Knowledge of interest helps us in making choices that promote life satisfaction and performance in jobs. Definitely, वो जो career counselors होंगे, वो they'll take your test, some sort of test in order to assess कि आपका interest कहाँ पर है, और फिर आपको वही job या वही particular line और stream आपको बताएंगे जहाँ पर आपका interest lie करता है, and definitely you will be excelling there. That depends, right? Moving forward, the another attribute is personality. Personality is one of the important attributes because further के topics में भी personality is discussed in detail. ठीक है? तो उसको अभी understand करना at a basic level is very important. So personality refers to the relative enduring characteristics. Relatively enduring है that ये तो था ही, ये तो है, ये तो रहेगा of a person that makes her distinct from others. ठीक है? Distinct बनाता है आपको दूसरों से. Interests same हो सकते हैं, but जो personality हो सकती है that varies from one individual to another. तभी इनको same pace पे रखते हैं, और जब हम understand करते हैं, although psychological attributes are differing in nature, different in nature, but on the other hand interests में आपका हो सकता है definitely अगर एक individual है, he or she is interested in singing, then if you are also there, then interests may clash, but the personality of yours would be different. तभी हमने individual differences की definition को study किया था जब we were starting. ठीक है? Personality tests try to assess an individual's unique characteristics. Example, whether one is dominant, submissive, outgoing, withdrawn, moody, emotionally stable. ठीक है? कैसे? How you react or what are your characteristics on the basis of अगर आप dominant हैं या submissive हैं. ऐसा नहीं है that there are only extremities. You might be lying in some middle ground as well, right? Personality assessment helps us to explain an individual's behavior and predict how he or she will behave in future. Definitely, अगर आप personality tests जो होते हैं उनसे हमें ये पता चलता है that future में how you will be behaving or how you will be reacting to situations when there would be new things for you. ठीक है? I hope the personality part was also clear. Moving further to the last attribute, which is important. Those are the values you inherit or exhibit. Right? Values are enduring beliefs. Enduring ये भी आप gather कर लेते हो when you are in childhood. Enduring beliefs हैं about ideal mode of behavior. कि कैसे ideal mode of behavior होना चाहिए आपका एक particular situation. ये आपकी values बताते हैं. Supposing you are passing by a temple, right? What we are taught in our homes is to like just offer prayer to the temple we are passing. ठीक है? This is the expected mode of or ideal mode of behavior, right? At times you are like this is set by the societal norms, right? When you are passing by a temple, you should offer prayer, even if you are outside the temple, right? तो ये एक ideal mode of behavior है. A person having a value sets a standard for guiding his or her actions in life. ठीक है? अगर ये शुरू से ही definitely अगर शुरू से ही आपके अंदर ये quality थी in order to offer prayers when you are passing by a temple, you would take it throughout your life. You would be taking it आगे भी, further भी you would offering prayers when you are passing by a temple, and you would definitely suggest your peers or maybe your children further कि you should do these particular things in life. ठीक है? In value assessment, we are trying to determine the dominant values of a person, whether a person is political in nature, religious, social, or economic in nature. ठीक है? यहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा important कुछ states हो जाते हैं, जैसे कि अब suppose ये values guiding factors बनती हैं for your life, for your life, as in जो भी important चीजें चल रही होती है लाइफ में, आप उस पे कैसे react करते हो, ठीक है? So for say if a person is religious in nature, his lens to the life would be religious, because dominant values or the enduring beliefs in his life are religious in nature. Similarly, social, economic, and political spheres as well. So that was all relating to all the important topics or initial important topics in your psychology book, or further if you are checking this for any of the entrance exams or any other purpose. So thank you, and if you have any queries, you can comment them down below.